Victory gardens. Now there's a term that warms the cockles of my heart. These gardens, born in times of hardship, truly embody the spirit of resilience. During World War I and II, when food was scarce, people turned their backyards and balconies into flourishing food plots. They weren't just growing tomatoes and carrots, you see. They were growing hope. Victory gardens are about more than just putting food on the table, though. They're about connecting with the earth, getting your hands dirty, and experiencing the deep satisfaction of nurturing something from seed to plate. It's about knowing exactly where your food comes from and appreciating the natural world a little bit more. What I love most about Victory Gardens is that anyone can have one. You don't need acres of land or fancy equipment. A sunny windowsill, a small balcony, or even just a patch of grass is all you need to get started. So roll up your sleeves, grab your trowel, and let's get growing. Remember, every seed we sow, every sprout we tend is a small victory in itself. Happy gardening, everyone. Ah, May, the month when nature truly awakens, bursting forth with life and colour. The air is alive with the buzz of bees, the birds are singing their hearts out, and the soil is warming up nicely. It's no wonder they call May the merry month. It's simply bursting with potential. For gardeners, May is a time of great excitement and anticipation. It's the perfect time to sow your seeds directly into the ground, especially for those heat-loving crops like tomatoes, beans, and cucumbers. The soil has had a chance to warm up and the days are getting longer, providing those precious extra hours of sunlight. But don't worry if you haven't started your seeds indoors. Many garden centres have a wide variety of young plants ready to be popped straight into your garden beds or containers. So, even if you're a bit late to the game, you can still have a thriving Victory Garden this year. Now let's talk about companion planting, a technique that can help you maximize your yield in even the smallest of spaces. Now, I'm a firm believer in the power of companionship, both in the garden and in life. Just as good friends support each other, certain plants can actually help each other grow stronger and healthier when planted together. This is the magic of companion planting, a technique that's been used for centuries by gardeners all over the world. You see, different plants have different strengths and weaknesses. Some, like beans, are nitrogen fixers, meaning they pull nitrogen from the air and store it in their roots, enriching the soil for their neighbours. Others, like marigolds, repel pests with their strong scent, acting as natural guardians for more vulnerable plants. Companion planting isn't just about practicality, though. It's also about creating a beautiful and harmonious ecosystem in your garden. So let's delve into some specific companion planting combinations that will bring both beauty and bounty to your Victory Garden. Tomatoes and basil. Now there's a classic pairing that's as delicious in the garden as it is on your plate. These two Mediterranean darlings are practically made for each other, and not just because they taste so good together in a caprese salad. Basil, you see, acts as a natural deterrent to tomato hornworms, those pesky caterpillars that can decimate your tomato plants overnight. The strong aroma of basil confuses the hornworms, making it harder for them to find their favorite snack. And as an added bonus, basil is said to improve the flavor of tomatoes when planted nearby. When planting your tomatoes and basil, make sure to give them plenty of space to grow. Tomatoes can get quite large, so it's best to plant them about 2 feet apart. Basil, on the other hand, is happy to sprawl around the base of your tomato plants. Corn and beans, the three sisters. Tell a tale. Let me tell you about the three sisters, a companion planting technique that's been used by Native American cultures for centuries. The three sisters are corn, beans, and squash, and they work together in perfect harmony to provide a balanced and nutritious diet. Think of the corn stalks as sturdy poles. They provide support for the climbing bean vines, which would otherwise sprawl along the ground. The beans, in turn, fix nitrogen in the soil, giving the corn a much-needed nutrient boost. And the squash, well, their large leaves act as living mulch, suppressing weeds and keeping the soil cool and moist. This ancient technique isn't just for large gardens either. You can easily adapt it to smaller spaces by using dwarf varieties of corn and bush beans. Just make sure you plant them in a sunny spot with well-drained soil. Kale and calendula, beauty and bounty in every bite. Now let's talk about kale and calendula, a companion planting duo that's as beautiful as it is beneficial. Kale, with its sturdy dark green leaves, is a nutritional powerhouse, packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Calendula, on the other hand, is a cheerful flower that adds a splash of color to the garden with its bright orange and yellow blooms. But don't let their beauty fool you. These two are tough cookies. Calendula is a fantastic companion plant for kale because it attracts beneficial insects, such as ladybugs and lacewings, which prey on aphids and other kale-loving pests. They also attract pollinators, ensuring that your other vegetables are well pollinated. Plant your kale and calendula together in a sunny spot with well-drained soil. You can either sow seeds directly into the ground or start them indoors for a head start. And don't forget to harvest your calendula petals. They make a lovely addition to salads and teas. Salad Bowl Symphony, a container orchestra of flavors. Don't have a lot of space? No problem. You can create a bountiful and beautiful salad garden in containers. Think of it as a symphony of flavors, all growing in harmony in a small space. Start by choosing a large container, at least 12 inches deep and wide. Fill it with a good quality potting mix and then let your imagination run wild. Lettuce is a must-have in any salad bowl, and there are so many varieties to choose from, each with its unique flavor and texture. Add some leafy greens like spinach and arugula for a peppery bite. Tuck in some herbs like dill, chives, and parsley for freshness and aroma. And don't forget about edible flowers. Nasturtiums, pansies, and violas add a touch of elegance and a burst of color to your salad bowl. The fast and the fresh, rotating radishes and lettuce. Now let's talk about crop rotation, a simple but effective technique that can help you maximize your yield and keep your soil healthy. Think of it like this. Just like we need a varied diet to stay healthy, our plants need a variety of nutrients from the soil. Radishes and lettuce are perfect candidates for crop rotation because they're both fast-growing crops. Radishes, in particular, are ready to harvest in as little as 30 days, making them ideal for squeezing in between slower-growing vegetables. Here's how it works. Plant a row of radishes. Once they're harvested, sow a row of lettuce in their place. This rotation helps to prevent the buildup of soil-borne pests and diseases that can affect specific plant families. Small spaces, big harvests, pots, bags, and towers of plenty. Remember, you don't need a sprawling backyard to have a productive victory garden. With a little creativity, you can transform even the smallest of spaces into a thriving food oasis. Pots and containers are perfect for growing a wide variety of vegetables, herbs, and fruits. Choose containers with good drainage and make sure to use a high-quality potting mix. Grow bags are another great option, especially for vegetables that like warm soil, like tomatoes and peppers. These fabric bags are lightweight, portable, and allow for excellent drainage. And if you're really short on space, consider building a crate tower. Simply stack a few wooden crates on top of each other, secure them together, and fill them with soil. You can grow a surprising amount of food in a very small footprint. So there you have it. Everything you need to know to start your very own victory garden, no matter how much space you have. Remember, every little bit helps, and even a small garden can make a big difference. Happy growing!